Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the guest, man.
Today we have undefeated Bellator light heavyweight. It's the gent, Luke Trainer.
Exactly. What's
Luke,
up?
how are you doing, man?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good, thank you. Yes, sir. Ready to go.
Luke, big fight this Friday. Yannick Bahati. Is this going to be the hardest fight in your career?
I think so. Yeah, I think Yannick poses the biggest threat of the opponents I've faced. I've had some hard nights. The tournament I fought on EFN that was run by John Kavanagh, one of your boys. That was a hard night. That was 3 fights in one night, and that was a gut check evening. But yeah, in terms of opponents, I feel like Yannick poses the biggest threat. He's the most experienced, and yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, because he's fresh out. Well, he lost his last fight, but he's fresh off a fight with Melvin Manhoef, who's an absolute legend of the game. Yeah. And that is someone who you could potentially fighting down the line. Do you think that a win in this fight will have people talking about you or in and around that top 10 Bellator ranking spots?
Yes, sir. If not top 10, at least top 15. I still have some work to do. I realize that I'm only soon to be 5-0, but yeah, I'd say this is a fight that's going to propel me into the rankings, and it's going to get my name recognized and get me out in the States and the bigger and better fights. So I actually re-signed with Bellator after this fight. So this fight is a time for me to showcase my skills, showcase my place here, and to earn my salary. So yeah, I'm ready to go, man. If Melvin wants to smoke, he can get the smoke. Mate, I'm ready, man. I'm a savage. I'm trying to take over Bellator, so the light heavyweight division will be on notice after this for sure.
Yeah. Ross, we were saying off air before Luke you joined us. We were saying like it's not every day you have like an undefeated light heavyweight like 6'6", like going in just finishing people. Like Ross, like the diamond in the rough.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it could be a diamond in plain sight come Friday. You know, I mean, Bellator London's always a big show. We were over at Bellator 200 when I was in London. You know, it's a great opportunity for these guys to showcase themselves. And you know what, the light heavyweight division is looking for stars all across the sport. Luke, 6'6", tall, finishes people in the first round. Like that's what people are looking for, and he's not a bad looking fella to look at either. So at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for in this division. We're looking for someone to come in here and be the next superstar. And who's to say it won't be the gent?
Do you know what? This whole division is full of savages. If in my opinion, I know I'm obviously biased, but in my opinion, Bellator has so many great fighters across the roster. But light heavyweight, that top 10 is smoky. So I personally think I'm in the best division, and I think I stand out skill set wise against a lot of people, but I have a lot of fights in me to prove that. Obviously, you know, right now, on paper, I'm a small fish in a big sea, so I need to like I said, I need to earn my salary and earn my way to the top. But I plan to do that. I want to be as active as possible. I'm 25. I'm young, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm ready to go, I'm hungry. So yeah, man, it's time. Thank you for saying I'm handsome. I really appreciate that, my mum. Thank you. But more importantly, man, I'm a savage. I need to showcase my savagery on Friday night. So that is the plan. I'm going to war. I'm gonna come home on my shield or with it, and that's it.
Luke, when you were growing up, was there anyone on the Bellator roster today that you looked up to as a bit of a hero, or someone who you're like, oh, I really loved watching them fight, who you could actually end up in there with?
Ooh. In terms of light heavyweights, no, I'll be honest with you. Douglas Lima is someone who I've always admired. I think he's an absolute savage. Don't get me wrong, I'm rooting for MVP this fight. The London in me is strongly biased, but Douglas Lima is someone who I've looked up to. Michael Chandler, I know he's bounced to the UFC now, but he's a little savage. And right now, Aaron Pico is probably my favorite fighter in Bellator. But I've grown up admiring MMA across all platforms. You know, I was lucky enough to have coaches that showed me the old school MMA and you know, filled me in with what happened in Pride and Dream and all that jazz. But yeah, in terms of fighters I looked up to, I'd have to say Douglas Lima. He was my favorite fighter to watch in Bellator.
I love it. I love it. So you know, he likes the lighter weight guys. Some might say the higher skill guys, at the time. But no, I just think it's very interesting, as you touched on earlier, with the light heavyweight division. You know, it's probably one of the divisions in Bellator that you could argue, you know, their top 5-6 guys are as good as the UFC's top 5-6 guys without a shadow of doubt. You know, you have
100%.
Rumble Johnson in there. You have Ryan Bader. You have Vadim Nenkov, Corey Anderson, Yoel Romero, Phil Davis, Mr. Wonderful. You know what I mean? Like that's stacked full of household names, and it is one of their most exciting divisions. And Luke Trainer's man on the rise in that division, Basbo.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Luke, you're obviously called the Gent. Can you tell us how you got the nickname? Like I can take a prediction, but can you tell us exactly how you got the name the Gent?
Yes, sir. That is my nans. Cindy out there watching in little old Stevenage. I was at a dinner table. I was at a barbecue with all my family and all my dad's army boys around. And as they always do, they were taking a piss and trying to figure out a nickname for me. A load of nicknames come out. I won't say them all, but it was things that didn't exactly match my character. And my nan said, "Listen, stop that. She's the queen of the family." So she shouted at them all and shut them all up, and then said, "Listen, you're too gentle for that, Luke. You're too polite. You're too much of a gentleman for the flipping destroyer and all the other non-PG names that they're listing. You are a gentleman. You need something like that." And then my mum was like, "What about the Gent?" My dad was like, "Ooh," he saw marketing, and then my nan was like, "The Gent, that's it. It's done. I don't want to hear any of that other crap. It's the Gent." So yeah, that's it, man. It's it's family super important to me. So when my nan reached out and said that, I thought, cool, let's run with it. I didn't really want a nickname to start with. You know, I just wanted to be called Luke Trainer, and I thought I don't need a nickname. But you know, management thought it'd be a good idea to kind of get my personality out there. And when my nan said that, I ran with it.
Yeah, and one thing you touched on there, Luke, was I think you said your dad and his army buds were there. Was your dad in the army, and did he instill discipline through his army days into yourself?
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, my dad is a military father through and through. He served for 12 or 16 years. I want to say both of the numbers just in case I fluff it up and he has a go at me. But
yeah, in the YouTube comments.
Yeah, exactly. He left home. He come from a real rough background. And he left home at 16, joined the army. It completely changed him, and he's instilled in me partly what he's learned in the army. And I've said it before. I hope to be a percentage of the man he is today. If I can be the complete package that he is, I'd die a happy man. But in terms of the human being he is and the father he is to me, that guy is my hero. And yeah, and I just think he's carried that ethos he learned from the army in his everyday life. So, yeah.
Will your family be present on Friday?
Yes, sir. My dad will be in my corner. You can look out for him. He's the kind of tall, kind of handsome dude, and along with Mickey Papas, and then my mum, my sister, and all of my other loved ones, they're going to be in the crowd too. So yeah, I got a big support. I'm bringing about 200 people from Stevenage. I've personally sold around that many tickets, and then I know a few people have bought them off other links. So yeah, man, I've got a lot of support for this fight.
Shout out to Stevenage, massive.
Yeah,
Steven is massive or strong, but yeah, man, they're coming in hot. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, Luke, there was another thing here that I read about yourself. You have a dream to set up a home for the orphaned and vulnerable children. I'm sure that plays in on the Gen thing. But like, can you tell us how you sort of got into that? That's a pretty amazing thing to want to achieve in life.
Yeah, of course. So my mum and dad started fostering children when I was 12. We've looked after over 37 kids now. So we currently have a family of 3 beautiful human beings living with us, and they're all going to be with us until they're all 18. It's changed my life, changed my sister's life, changed my entire family's life and dynamic. And just growing up, seeing how lucky I am to have a mum and dad that care so much about me and give me so much love with, I know my mum and my dad would die literally right now just to save me and my sister. So having that in my family, and then having the complete opposite, the children that come from a complete opposite background come into my life, and then us being able to give them the life that they deserve. I want to take that. I want to become a foster carer myself regardless. I work with foster kids outside of that. I work in schools and work with children in care and stuff. But my goal is to open up children's homes for children who maybe struggle or will struggle to get fostered. The way fostering works is you've got different age groups, different tiers of children from trauma, and not all kids are lucky enough to find good foster homes. Those kids go into children's homes. I want to take a children's home and make it a beautiful place for kids to be, where they can benefit from someone like myself and like people like-minded to me who come from different backgrounds, who can offer things like martial arts, like military, stuff like that, and bring that into the children's home and give them as much love and warmth and try and grow them as human beings as much as they can. So yeah, I think I can really do something with that. It's in the plans now. It's not going to happen right away, but I'm hoping in the next few years I can get at least one off the ground. So yeah, that's the plan.
Basmo, I'm not having the gent anymore. I'm not having that as a nickname.
He's made us look bad. He's made us look bad.
Man, that nickname's going to change to the Saint.
No, trust me, brother. I'm not a saint. I know I'm not a saint, man. Like I said, I'm trying to be like my mum and dad. And there's even better people out there than them. But I'm just trying to do my bit. Everyone else is trying to do their bit. You know, I'm gonna have a platform from fighting. God willing, I build a name and a small fortune for myself, and I can use that to do good in the world. That's my purpose. Fighting's my passion. It's a lovely balance that I've got right now. So yeah, just trying to do my bit, man.
Yeah,
Baz, I think we've
on
probably.
Instagram.
Sorry, Baz. I was going to say, I think we've probably had about 80, 90, 100, maybe 200 different guests on this show. I think that's probably the best story that's ever been told on the entire show. What do you think, Baz?
Yeah.
And tallest story. No, Luke, that's absolutely amazing saying stuff like that. You know what? Because like when we first started doing the MMA show, like over in Ireland, like the mainstream media wouldn't really pick up MMA. They sort of turned their back on it, and it's just stories like this. Like I know, obviously you're fighting over in the UK, but I mean stories like this, like there's hundreds of them all over. Well, maybe not so massive plans, but I mean a lot of these people just want to provide for the families and do good for the community, and like that's why like we love, myself and Ross love promoting like athletes like that have a passion and a drive and want to do good, you know. So like that story is absolutely amazing. Cheers, bud.
Listen, I can speak for the MMA community, man. We appreciate guys like yourself who are building a platform just to get other MMA fighters' names out there. You know, you do wonders, and I know you know this already, but it's MMA is not as mainstream as it in my opinion as it should be yet. And it's guys like you building platforms, and more platforms will come. But I appreciate your time, man. I'm always gonna say yes to an interview. I will never turn an interview away. So yeah, if anytime you want to chat, man, I'm here.
Basmo, I love it. Like I can't believe this guy is so nice, and he goes in there and finishes fights in devastating fashion every single time. Baz, have you anything else to ask?
No, just Luke, what else would you like to achieve in the game as well? Like obviously that's such an amazing thing to want to achieve, and like you said, it's already in the pipeline, and like hopefully Bellator and Paradigm help you out with that as well, because like people with goals like that should definitely be supported. But like what else in your sort of mixed martial arts career would you like to achieve as well?
Yes, sir. So I will hold the light heavyweight belt and the heavyweight belt. That's my goal. These weight cuts are annoying right now. They're not as hard as they are for other people. For myself, but once I hold the belt at light heavyweight, I'm gonna go up to heavyweight, or even fluctuate between. You know, Ryan Bader did it. There's no reason why I can't do it. DC, there's a bunch of guys that whole 2-time champ. That's the new champ. You know, that's the new GOAT. So that's my goal. And I'm 25. I'm still growing. 32, I believe, will be my physical prime. And by that time, I should be heavyweight. But yeah, I wanna be the most savage Luke trainer I can possibly be in the cage. And if a time comes, I get an opportunity to fight for the light heavyweight and heavyweight belt, I'll take that. Take both belts. Have a small fortune. Buy a surf shop up in Hawaii. Have children's homes across the UK, and I'm good to go.
There you have it, Basmo. A savage in the cage and a saint in the streets.
Listen, man, I'm a flipping. It's better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in a war. I flipping live by that, man. So yeah, that's the mantra, and that's how I'm trying to live every day.
Oh,
And Luke, give us a quick prediction for this Friday, yourself versus Yannick.
I believe I'll finish Yannick within 15 minutes. No idea what round, no idea how I'm going to do it, but I believe I'll finish him within 15.
Yeah. So don't miss Luke Trainer versus Yannick Bahati on Bellator London this Friday, October the 1st. Luke, we're going to leave the final word with yourself. Is there anything you want to tell to the Stevenage Army or the Trainer Nation?
Listen, shout out to all my friends and family, all my loved ones out there, always supported me. I appreciate every single one of you. Shout out to Team Titan, shout out to Renegade, shout out to Rise Gym, to Create Gym, to Go Fit Nutrition, to Paradigm Sports, to My Body Map Massage. If I'm missing anyone, I apologize. But love to everyone. Orchid out there, I love ya. And I will see you guys very soon.
Ross?
There you have it, man. I think that's the best list of people ever as well.
Yeah.
Luke Trainer, this man is an absolute media darling. We love him. You love him. Make sure to head over to his Instagram. Follow at Luke the Gent. And if you haven't been watching this show, make sure to like it. Make sure to share it. Make sure to subscribe to the Energized Show. So when Luke is back on, it's a bigger platform next time out. And as always,
Stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.